Hi, that is BIbi Cameron, and in the video today I'm going to show you how to make these cards. They have a fun background and these beautiful die cuts made with pretty Pines Thinlits Dies from Stampin' Up, a brand new product from the seasonal catalog just released a couple of days ago. I have made two versions of this card just to show you how different they look when you apply different ink colors or you use different cardstock, and also when you make slightly different changes. So I'm going to start by using Pretty Pines Thinlits dies. In the package you get 13 dies. So these are the dies. I'm going to use 3 of the 5 pine cones in the package. These ones here, the ball dies. And also I'm going to use this branch here and this one. So now I'm going to grab KRAFT cardstock and also cherry cobbler cardstock. And I'm going to place all the dies on the cardstock like so, and at the same time, and I'm going to run this through the machine. And I'm going to do this twice because I need to get 2 shapes of each one, but I already did that here. So I'm just going to do this just to show you how I remove the paper from the dies. Sometimes the dies just fall from the paper by itself, and sometimes you need the help of a die brush. So I'm going to use the die brush to remove some of the dies I used just now. And it's as easy as making a little bit of pressure with the brush, and you can just take out that die. And to get rid of the small pieces of paper, you can just brush the die cut like so. And in this case, as this is a solid piece, it's just very easy to remove the die. This one here is the intricate die cut, but with the die brush, it's just easy to remove any small piece of paper from the die cut. There you go. So this is the 3 pieces I need to create the pine cones from the front of my card. And I need 2 of each piece because I'm going to create 2 pine cones, as you can see here. I'm going to put these 2 aside because I'm going to make the piece for the background. I'm going to grab my big shot and a piece of KRAFT cardstock. For this background here, I use Holy Embossing Folder by Stampin' Up. But today I'm going to use Woodlands just to change a little bit the design. So I'm going to place my embossing folder like so. Going to close it, and I'm going to run this through the machine. So here I have my embossed paper. And now I want to add some color or some ink to make this piece more interesting. I'm going to use a non-stick mat and also a sponge daubers to do this. And I'm going to grab early espresso ink and also soft SAUDE ink. I'm going to start for the lighter of the brown colors. I'm going to tap the sponge on the stamp pad, and I'm going to apply the ink in linear motion, like so. I'm not applying any pressure on the sponge. I'm doing this very gentle, and I'm adding the ink like painting a wall with a brush. Up, down, then short movements to one side and another. If you do this in circular motion, like in this bit here, you will get patches of ink on the cardstock. And that would be nice for corners, but here you go like that with your finger. Okay? Just like that. Straight, go straight, not circular motion. Another tip is start by applying ink from the outside of the cardstock, a little bit far from the edge of the cardstock, like so. And then you drag the ink towards the center of the image. Okay, so now I'm going to apply a darker brown. This is early espresso ink. But if, for example, you are using Whisper White cardstock, you can apply any other ink color and you can create a completely different background, just like this one. There are endless possibilities for this technique, so this is just an example. And now I'm going to apply this darker ink at the edges of this piece of paper, and now I'm going to do it in circular motion. And by applying the ink in circular motion, I create dark edges and get that light in the center of the image. I also wanted to apply this translucent, vibrant brown ink that blends perfectly with the Stampin' Up! Inks and also add a very nice effect. Now, some of the coolest part of this card is putting together the pine cones. I'm going to add color first, and I'm going to do exactly the same with daubers and ink. And I'm going to start applying inks on the top and the bottom of the pine cones, like so. And as this mat here is curling all over the place, I'm going to turn it facing down, like so maybe you can see better there. And I'm going to keep applying ink on the edges of this die cut, and I'm going to leave the center of the die cut free of ink just to give light to that part. And I'm going to make the other one. And this die cut here will need a little bit of work. I need to pull up or pull out these little flaps. And you can do that using your hands, or you can also use an embossing tool to pull from the back those little parts out. Do your best to get this little piece of paper popping up from that die cut. You can see there has a little bit of dimension, and then once I do this, I'm going to apply ink like so from the bottom to the top of this pine cone. I apply as many ink as I want to with the dauber, as I want this to be really dark. Okay, so this is how it looks so far. And now I'm going to repeat this process for the other pine cone. Now that I finished adding color, I'm going to overlay these pieces, and I'm going to paste one on top of the other one, like so, and I'm going to use Tombow multi glue to do that. I'm not sure if you can see in camera how cool that looks. It has a little bit of dimension, but I think this step makes a whole difference in this piece. Now I'm going to grab a piece of paper. This is a scrap piece of paper, and I'm going to add glue on top. Then I'm going to place my die cut like so on that glue, and I paste it on top of the other die cut. This is a way to avoid getting extra glue everywhere. And then I'm going to paste this last piece in the back just to give a little bit of strength to that part there, and also to make it thicker and to get more dimension. So all I do here is the same thing. And once this piece is completely covered by glue, I paste it in the back of these die cuts here, just like so. And I'm going to do exactly the same for the other pine cone. There you go. So now I'm going to add color to these branches here, and I'm going to use garden green ink to do that, like so. You can also use cardstock in different colors. I prefer to use this to show you a different alternative to add color to die cuts. So this is a perfect example. As you saw in the beginning of the video, I used cherry cobbler cardstock to cut those branches there, but you can also use KRAFT cardstock or any light cardstock and add color with daubers just like that. This is real red ink, it's not cherry cobbler, so it's going to look different. And also you get a different look and feel on the die cuts. You can see here, this is real red ink and this is cherry cobbler cardstock. So when you use the cardstock in the color you are looking for, you are going to get more vibrant colors. This is real red and cherry cobbler cardstocks for you to compare the colors. But when you add ink on a different color cardstock, you get different effects, and all depend on what you are looking for when you are crafting. Now I'm going to grab a piece of whisper white cardstock. I need to make sure that my hands are clean because I have been using a lot of inks. And I'm going to use one of the stamps in this set here. The name is Forever Evergreen. This is a beautiful stamp set that also coordinates with the dies I'm using today, but I'm only going to use the sentiments, and I'm going to use real red ink to stamp this sentiment now. All I need to make sure is that the stamp is covered with the ink, and I'm going to place the stamp on the cardstock, gentle, not making a lot of pressure. I'm going to leave it for a couple of seconds and I remove the stamp. I'm going to place the other stamp to complete the sentiment, and I'm going to do exactly the same. Now I need to make the card base, and I'm going to grab a piece of whisper white cardstock and I'm going to score it and fold it in half, like so. And now I'm going to paste together all the pieces of this card. And we are done. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video and project. Do not forget to subscribe to my channel, visit my blog for more ideas or inspiration, or to order Stampin' Up products anytime. Leave a comment with your questions or to tell me what do you think about the products I used today. I will answer as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching and happy crafting. Bye!
Up to me, growing in a field of possibilities, and I'm loving and exploring my creativity. There's always room for more. We're gonna grow, grow, grow. Come on, let's put on a show and watch it grow, grow, grow. I was moving right along, living fast asleep, waiting for life to wake me, when all of a sudden I realize all of the beauty in front of my eyes. When I take light and see it as art, I take my passion and share it from the heart. Imagine the things that I can do, and I love what I do, so I share with you. Oh, on my way.